Okay, so I gotta imagine one of the biggest questions on fans' minds after chapter 77 of Boruto with what Kawaki did to Naruto and Hinata, but especially in particular Naruto right now is, well, shoot, if Naruto is no longer going to be in the story, right? If potentially that whole first episode premonition of basically Kawaki transporting him somewhere else for a certain period of time is going to come to fruition, then who is going to be the active Hokage of the Hidden Leaf with Naruto no longer being present until he returns? And I guess on a side note, when Naruto returns, will he be the 7th Hokage again? Will he take over, or will that be the end of Naruto's reign as Hokage and he'll go off and do other things? But I guess a lot of people are going to be speculating like, well, shoot, if it's not Naruto right now, then who is going to take up the mantle? Also, who wants to take up the mantle? Who's capable of taking up the mantle? Because there's a couple of requirements, of course, to being Hokage. You can't just be, really strong, or you can't just want the position. You got to have a lot of boxes checked. Even when Naruto won in the 4th Great Shinobi War, they told him, yo, you still got to do some training before you can actually take up the job. You need the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding. You got to be able to do other things aside from just being strong. So there's a lot of boxes that need to be checked off, and at the same time it makes you question like, well, which way would they go? Because first off, let's talk Kakashi, because you got to think about it. If there is a possibility of a mirroring situation, so to speak, it could very well go the route of what happened with Naruto's father Minato, where when Minato, of course, was no longer capable of being Hokage, Hiruzen stepped up, the 3rd Hokage, and returned to the position of Hokage. He technically would be the 3rd and 5th, although they never inaugurated him as the 5th Hokage. And there's a possibility that with Naruto leaving the leaf, with Kawaki sending him the way of the 7th. My God, I'm so tired of referencing that. Thank goodness we're finally going to be past that. Like, no more talking about that scene. Enough. With Kakashi being the previous Hokage, the predecessor, the 6th Hokage, he very well could be the one that takes up the mantle and the position moving forward. It would explain a couple of different things, because let's think about it. Why hasn't Kakashi been prevalent, relevant, or for that matter, even shown in the Boruto manga this entire time? You could argue that, hey, he did enough. A big part of Shippuden was in general his villain that had to be handled with the Obito Uchiha situation. So it could very well be that they were like, yo, we had a lot of Kakashi. This is the next gen. Let's leave, Grandpa Kakashi, so to speak, even though most Naruto fans would be like, that's blasphemy. But let's leave him out of the equation and let's go with, some other characters and focus in on the new gen. But at the same time, it could very well also be that, yo, dog, after what happens with Naruto and he's stuck in this other dimension for a period of time, yeah, we're going to have Kakashi become Hokage again, and that's where he'll get his time to shine and be reincorporated into the manga. So that very well could be the case, that Kakashi is going to once again resume position of Hokage, despite him not really wanting the position. I actually rewatched some of the episodes back when he first was supposed to take up the Hokage position following Danzo when Tsunade was incapacitated, and he wasn't, gung-ho about it. And I'm sure his time as Hokage between the end of Naruto and Naruto's inauguration of being Hokage, probably he wasn't all that enthusiastic about that period either. So Kakashi's a possibility. Let's just nail this one in the bud real quick. Konohamaru? Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. I'll be honest with you. If Konohamaru became Hokage in Naruto's absence until Naruto returns, no. I think most fans will feel like, yo, that's unacceptable, dog. Like, what has he shown? I mean, granted, he has shown a lot of growth in terms of like being a leader, in terms of trying to be there for his students, but the way the manga has shown, it hasn't been the best time for Konohamaru. So there could very well be a possibility of him being Hokage, but I don't know if fans would really much so want that. And personally, I feel like if he was to ever become Hokage at some given point, maybe not now would be the time, because he still doesn't feel like he's ready. Sure, yeah, his goal and his dream was always, yo, I'm gonna be the Hokage right after Naruto. If he's gonna be the 6th, I'm gonna be the 7th. If he's the 7th, I'm gonna be the 8th. Yet Konohamaru still has a bit of a ways to go, if I'm being nice about it. And just in general, power-wise, like, Konohamaru isn't one of the strongest. I mean, he's strong, but I think you can safely say there's quite a bit of other characters that could fill the role that are a lot stronger and haven't been memed to death in the community as well, because despite the fact that fans don't want to look at that, yeah, the credibility amongst fans is something that they take into account when making big moves like that. Shikamaru probably one of the most wisest choices. He's very rational. He's very much so all about the hidden leaf and the future of the people. I think out of every candidate you could possibly think of, Shikamaru might be one of the best fits. Obviously, obviously he would have to have a really strong right hand by his side, and also Shikamaru may not be the strongest shinobi in the Leaf, but I think that he makes up for it where he's probably the smartest shinobi in the Hidden Leaf. I don't think there's anybody that can out-strategize Shikamaru when it comes down to, war tactics or just in general defending the homeland. I don't think, people are smarter than him. So I think Shikamaru, out of majority of the people you could probably pull out of a hat, so to speak, he would probably be the most fit to do it. Although I'm sure in terms of popularity, there's probably one or two other characters fans would prefer. But I think Shikamaru would be perfect. If there is anybody right now out of all of the bunch of people, I would throw that Shikamaru would probably be the best person to take up the Hokage. He strategizes very well. He's extremely intelligent. He really cares about the Leaf. He will do what needs to be done. I mean, we've seen how he was handling Kawaki, and if it wasn't for Naruto, he probably would have put a stop to a lot of this stuff and the malarkey with Kawaki a long time ago before it even got to here. So Shikamaru is definitely somebody that is a strong candidate, and I would give my bid to for being Hokage during Naruto's absence. I think one that fans would love to see, but personally I can't see per se, is Sasuke. I think Sasuke is a very tricky one, right? Because fans be like, yo, Naruto even said he's pretty much like the Phantom Hokage. The way it's set up is like Hiruzen in the light and Danzo in the dark, quote unquote, according to the story. But yeah, like Sasuke, I don't know if he would, like, he's more, you throw the argument like along the lines of a Danzo, and well, we see how long Danzo's reign at the top was short like leprechauns. Oh, so notorious. So Sasuke, I'm not so sure he would be the most fit for the job, on top of the fact that I could 100% see him saying, nah, I'm not Hokage, that's my guy Naruto. When I rescue him, he can take his job back up and, he could go into office. I don't know if Sasuke would want the job, on top of the fact that there's, of course, theories out there because of Boruto wearing Sasuke's cloak and having, his headband, even though he gave him that headband in the Boruto Naruto the movie stuff. But a lot of people feel like something bad is going to happen with Sasuke. I'm going to personally say I don't think anything fatal will happen to Naruto or Sasuke, because once again, you got to look at the bigger picture. And yes, we love this as a series, as a story, and we're immersed, but let me break the fourth wall for you. Naruto and Sasuke are worth millions to billions of dollars. You killing one of those characters is stabbing Shueisha in the pockets. And considering they're in the business of comics, I don't think they would do that. Same reason you would see characters in My Hero that are teased of dying and don't die. It's because they're worth a lot of money. So even if Sasuke, we've had this foreboding message for quite some time, I don't know if they would go that far, because at some given point, they're probably going to want to do another Naruto and Sasuke story. And that sells a lot. That makes a lot of money. Killing off this character right now might not be the direction they want to go in. They could see, sure, a short-term impact of people going crazy, but honestly, for the most part, I feel like the only thing you're going to do is really upset old-time Naruto fans and cement that they aren't going to like Boruto, because they're going to be like, yo, so this new generation series is just all about humiliating, embarrassing, and even killing off the previous cast. Like, no bueno. And by no means am I saying, yo, I could see him being Hokage and not that happening to him. Like, yeah, him being Hokage kind of feels like it's out the question anyways, just because Sasuke's not going to want that job. He only, at the very end of Naruto, said, yeah, I'll take it, I'll do it, because he wanted to do this whole revolution and whatnot. Kind of didn't pan out the way he planned. And yeah, Sasuke being Hokage, that's not going to happen. But also, on a side note, and we can talk about that different time, different video, I don't see fatality with Sasuke either. Dog, he's lost an eye and an arm. Can he cut him a break, please? Please. Thank you very much. Another one that maybe male watchers right now are gonna look at me like, yo, Fornev, really? But yes, really. I think Sakura would be an actually pretty good Hokage of the Hidden Leaf. I think that aside from Shikamaru, she probably would be the second runner-up that I would pick for it. For starters, her sensei was Tsunade, and love Tsunade, hate Tsunade. She was Hokage for a period of time. She was the fifth. On top of that, Sakura, she's grown a lot. If you still have that preconceived notion of Sakura from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden of she's helpless, she's weak, yada yada yada, Sakura in Boruto has shown nothing but being a strong woman, a mother that takes care of her daughter damn near by herself, because Sasuke is constantly all over the place. Like, she has proven now at this particular point that, yeah, maybe Kishimoto didn't give her the best exposition and the best character development during parts 1 and 2, however you want to call it, of Naruto, the original story. But as it stands, where she's at in Boruto right now, she has kind of a lot of the qualities that you would want of a Hokage. Like, she cares about the people. She's she's a healer. Healing is a very, very big deal. And on top of that, she's also extremely strong. You saw the work she put in against Shin Uchiha. At the end of the day, you know, you could laugh at it or whatever, but she also put in work in the battles against Kaguya Otsutsuki, Madara Uchiha, and the finale of Naruto. So you add in all of that, the fact that she's legitimately at this point on her grown woman, where she's taking care of her responsibilities on her own. I think if it's not going to be Shikamaru, Sakura would definitely be a good candidate. And I know a lot of male viewers are right now hitting that dislike button. Keep it real. Am I saying anything that is inaccurate? Sakura definitely has the capabilities, the qualities, the strengths, the maturity, all of that stuff, and she's a healer, which is very important. But for Dev, she was so useless in Naruto Part 1, and she had one moment in Shippuden with Sasori. You're 100% right. That is 100% accurate, except in Boruto, she's had more moments, and on top of that, she's shown through and through. She's a pretty freaking awesome character, and I think she would definitely be second up, aside from Shikamaru, to be Hokage. That's just me. And by all means, if you disagree, please let me know, because I see to a certain degree, and I was at a certain point on that part of the fence of like, hey, you know, maybe it shouldn't be Sakura, she's blah, blah. Watch a little bit of her in Boruto, read a little bit of what she's done in Boruto, go to the Sarada Gaiden stuff, and you will see that she's a pretty awesome character now. Oh, Fornev, you're just pandering. You ever thought maybe I just had like a change of heart and I kind of understood a little bit more of the character? No? All right, let's just stop this one-sided argument. And if we really want to get wild with it, how about we shock the world and Orochimaru shows up out of nowhere and is like, I will be the Hokage now. Yo, if that happened, dog, mark my words. I don't know what exactly I'll do, but that will be the most trollish Boruto video I ever do of my life. Like, dog, if they give the keys to the kingdom, so to speak, to Orochimaru, like, no. And I mean, granted, he has not been all that relevant in the manga for ages. The last time we really saw a big deal of him was when Mitsuki was basically trying to escape, you know, the flashback of how he got away from Orochimaru and his clone brother and stuff like that. Like, it's been pretty scarce, but considering, you know, Naruto isn't going to be relevant in the manga for a bit, they're probably going to have to pull out all the stops to make sure to pad on for those people that they've been reading and watching because they love Naruto. Naruto not being in the equation for some time. Well, okay, bring in Orochimaru, bring in this one and that one. Maybe Orochimaru could be the, so to speak, Danzo to Shikamaru or Sakura's Hiruzen. I don't think it would be wise, but you never know. The only ones I could see pushing for that is either some extreme circumstances where people like Kakashi are like, we'll watch him, but okay. Or maybe the elders and be like, yo, dog, why not have one of the 3 legendary Sannin? Yeah, he's done some dirt, but we could use him right now. So maybe I could see that happening like that as well. And then let's talk about the people who I absolutely don't see taking up the position, and I would probably be like, ugh, if it happened. Well, according to Kiba, he already was offered the job of Hokage, but he said, nah, that's Naruto's dream. Like, yo, dog, Kiba, not happening. 10-10, while yes, she could use any and all character development, considering she is literally the weakest character of the Konoha 11 throughout Naruto Shippuden, and of course even Boruto. She went from a shinobi with tools to running a tool shop. Like, yeah, I don't see yo, dog, imagine 10-10 being Hokage and Boruto. At that point, I think most fans is gonna be like, okay, this manga has completely hit the wall at this point. Like, Lee and my guy, I mean, even if he's in a wheelchair, we've seen that he could still throw down, but my guy, he just too much maybe positivity for the manga. I don't know. I think it'd be a riot. I'd love it personally, but I at the same time don't see them ever letting Guy become the Hokage. Rock Lee, he hasn't been all that relevant. I mean, it would be a massive great change, and maybe I should take this one out the no pile and throw it in the yes pile, because it would be a great change. And like, holy cow, Rock Lee's relevant again. Let's go. We love him. We miss him. He was one of the, you know, the biggest moments of original Naruto with his battle against Gaara. Throw Rock Lee up in there, sure. So let's take him out of the no pile, but I still don't feel like it would happen, because it would have to be like, okay, from this moment on, we're changing directions, we're switching gears, let's give it to Rock Lee, and everybody in the Hidden Leaf are gonna have to wear green jumpsuits. Yeah. There's of course some of the new gen that want to be Hokage, like Sarada. Clearly she's not ready. Maybe, you know, 10 years from now. I feel like that's end of Boruto stuff. Like when Naruto and Sasuke are really like, yo, dog, we're done with this run in the leaf stuff. We're going somewhere else. We're doing other things. Then I could see her taking up the job, but still way too early. But she's clearly going to be the one that breaks the Uchiha curse, in my opinion, and becomes the first Hokage of the leaf that is Uchiha, and kind of switching the narrative about the Uchiha clan after everything that's been done. And I could see her even at the end of, oh my god, it would be so dope, at the end of Boruto, she sets up an Itachi Uchiha statue. Let's go. Hinata clearly can't, because she is going the way of the 7th along with the 7th, although I don't even know if she really would. She was too shy, and yeah, that probably wouldn't have worked regardless. Like, she's one of the least ones that could be Hokage, not because she's a weak character, but she doesn't check off a lot of the boxes, and again, she's away. Ino, I highly doubt. Again, she's been massively irrelevant, and I can't even in the top of my head think of anything of like how it would make sense or work. So no to Ino. And Shino, he's a part of the school, you know. He's, what is he, one of the teachers or the principals, something like that? No, he's not the principal, that's Iruka. And yeah, Iruka, I don't see him being good. I don't know, Shino, probably not, just because again, it's Shino. He's at the school. I mean, what the hell? They're gonna have an inauguration and the entire audience is just gonna be covered in bugs? Like, yeah, probably not. And there you have it, people. Those are the people that I think are gonna be Hokage, have no chance of being Hokage. Let's see what it do, though, within the next few chapters of Boruto 78 and beyond. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah, and who do you think is gonna be the Hokage in Naruto's absence?
Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read. And I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.